Let's start getting to this, the first 16-minute installment by James O'Keefe. This is insiders, people that work there, managers. It's Jeff Zucker. Here it is.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, let's start with Washington, please. I don't care about the other stuff in the event, okay? I don't care about them. Let's just stay very focused on impeachment.
My name is Kerry Porch. I'm a satellite uplink technician. I'm a contractor at the CNN Washington, D.C. Bureau.
But Jeff Zucker, basically president of CNN, has a personal vendetta against Trump. It's not going to be positive for Trump. He hates him. He's going to be negative.
I decided to wear a hidden camera.
The media created this monster. Did you know that? He created this monster. And I'm getting him full play every single day. The media created the Trump monster.
I decided to secretly record the 9 a.m. rundown call meetings, and it's basically run by Jeff Zucker, the president of CNN.
We're moving towards impeachment. I mean, don't, we shouldn't pretend, this is going one way, and so all these moves are moves towards impeachment.
When I came to work at CNN, I mean, it was my dream job, and that dream actually just turned into a nightmare.
So I want to say on the Lindsey Graham front, I know that there's a lot of people at CNN that are friendly with Lindsey Graham. Time to knock that off, and it's time to call him out. And I think what's going on in America now is really fundamentally the result of years of fake news, conspiracy, nonsense from Fox News.
He was calling Fox News fake news and a propaganda machine, and with what I saw, I'm like, that's pretty much what CNN was. Like, it's just pumping out propaganda.
The fake conspiracy nonsense that Fox has spread for years is now deeply embedded in American society, and frankly, that is non-destructive to America, and I do not think we should be scared to say so.
I just want them to own where they're at. Like, hey, if we lean left, cool, let's just say we lean left. If we lean right, let it be known. But again, it just dovetails back into that thing. I just want people to have the information to make up their own minds.
He's known Trump for a long time. Like, they worked together back during The Apprentice.
And hates his guts.
Impeachment is the story. I know we're going to feel a tendency to think we're doing too much, but it's the story.
They sold themselves to the devil. Part one, they sold themselves to the devil.
Anti-Trump crusade.
Man, what was it like the morning after this past election?
But that day, just at 6 a.m. in the morning when I came in, the mood was just so sourpuss the whole day. It was a dreary day. And then at Fox, it was euphoria.
CNN likes to call itself the most trusted name in news, but that's not the story we heard from a CNN insider who blew the whistle, recorded everything, and came to Project Veritas earlier this year. Would it be fair to say that you being here today it's not politically motivated?
That's correct. It's not politics that motivates me. It's basically me wanting the news to be what they used to be, news, and not a infotainment or a game show or chasing the ratings like CNN purports it to be facts first, and that's clearly not the case.
Kerry Porch has worked for CNN for 2 years. He says when he started, he had high hopes for the job, but he quickly became disillusioned as he was exposed to rampant anti-Trump bias at the network.
I noticed after, again, this is fairly rapidly after I started, within the first 3 to 6 months, that there was a strong groupthink that permeated through the halls, and that everyone was on board the, I hate Trump train, or I want to, basically go after anyone, on the center or on the right politically.
Porch secretly recorded several of CNN's 9 a.m. morning editorial calls where CNN's president, Jeff Zucker, leads the anti-Trump charge.
We're moving towards impeachment. I mean, don't, we shouldn't pretend, this is going one way, and so all these moves are moves towards impeachment. So don't lose sight of what the big story is.
They're done every day, Monday through Friday, and it's basically run by Jeff Zucker, the president of CNN from the New York bureau, and he would basically, he runs it with an iron fist, and it's actually respectable. It's like listening to him run his business. It's kind of fascinating, but hearing that from the strongest and most prominent voice, the number one is on every day just hammering Trump in some way, shape, or form, or Republicans in general, about, all these other stories might be happening, but we want to divert all our resources to this aspect of Trump or that aspect of Trump, or most recently, it's just all about impeachment, 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 impeachment.
On the calls are the top leadership of the network: Zucker, CNN's president; Virginia Mosley, CNN's senior vice president of news gathering.
There's a second whistleblower, and that this now fortifies the complaint.
And David Chalian, vice president and CNN political director.
I think as big of a story as what President Trump has done here is the Republicans sort of either delusional or defiant or silent responses. I think it's as big a story in what is going on.
On the calls to executive producers and news staffers across the country, it is clear that Zucker wants his network to stay focused on impeachment and nothing else.
Guns will be the central topic in the 2020 Democratic nomination race today. The Giffords PAC has paired up with MSNBC. They've got a gun town hall in Las Vegas. 10 candidates will be showing up there throughout the day. I don't care about the MSNBC event, okay? I don't care about them. Let's just stay very focused on impeachment and everything that happens today. Because, look, you're going to be coming on at 3 o'clock. Trump is into all the president's men are part of the cover-up.
The impeachment stuff, there's new developments every day. More shoes drop, and it's like, there's just nothing.
We're going to come back on the other side and get back into this, but this is just amazing. Radio listeners can hear the audio. It's powerful. But if you're watching this right now at Infowars.com/show or band.video, or if you're watching it out there off the Project Veritas videos that are on our site and also on Project Veritas's and linked on Drudge, it's just incredible. I mean, they've got in the newsrooms, out at dinner, out at the bars. They've got the big group calls with the CEO and their minions there. And you know what? Jeff Zucker's right. Forget just demonizing guns all day. Get a president in that's anti-gun. Get a president in that'll put Supreme Court members on that'll take the guns. He's shooting for the king, ladies and gentlemen. And they've already missed a bunch, so now they all want to force their will onto the American people. And they see Trump as the one standing between them and their destiny to finally mount America's head on the wall. We're going to come back with this incredible inside view that goes beyond bias, but the organized crime that is the enemy of the American people, CNN. And CNN has openly honchoed the taking us off the internet, taking our sponsors away, harassing us. They're also working with the New York Times, put out the lie that Trump at his resort showed a video of the media being killed. None of that's true. We have the actual video. You'd think the New York Times would show you the video when they're saying all this. We have the meme video posted on memeworld.com. We have it linked on Infowars to that. And I talked to Carpe Dontrum about it this morning. He's an expert on all that, what really happened. Media contrives new hysteria out of a violent Trump meme video. We'll be going over all that. We'll be taking your phone calls on just the state of the country and the fact that we are in a civil war against multinational globalists that are making their move against this nation. And the fact is they are criminals. They'll do anything. They'll lie. They'll cheat. They'll steal. And they've got a large portion of the public, not a majority, but a large cut, a large swath, a large group that believe all this and are deranged and who have adopted Satanism as their operating system. The Democratic Party has adopted the Church of Satan, Satanic Temples movement. And they introduce people like, oh, we're not really Satanists, but this is how we freak out the Christians. But then people get involved in it. No, it's the real deal, folks. All of this is very, very serious, and they're making their move right now. But we're making our move as well. So let's get back to the CEO of CNN, Jeff Zucker, saying, hey, I don't want to go after the guns, and I don't want to, no, we're going to get rid of Trump. Everything's get rid of him, and then we'll get the guns. Here it is.
I don't care about the MSNBC event, okay? I don't care about them. Let's just stay very focused on impeachment and everything that happens today. Because, look, you're going to be coming on at 3 o'clock. Trump is at 2. Well, all the president's men are part of the cover-up.
The impeachment stuff, there's new developments every day, more shoes drop, and it's like, there's just nothing we can do. If Zucker wants impeachment every single day to be the top story.
That's what he wants.
Yeah, he wants impeachment. So
Above all else, I'm
above all else.
You know, I totally understand that most, if not all, the people I work with will never want to speak to me again or possibly have, you know, negative motivations after the fact. Like, I get that, I get where they're coming from. But I always respect the people that I worked with. They were amazing at their job, and many of them felt the same way. They just felt trapped that they couldn't say it.
Nick Neville is a media coordinator in CNN's Washington bureau. He says not everyone at the network agrees with Zucker's anti-Trump agenda.
Yeah, because what's difficult is, like, you have some conflicting things at play here. Like, there's a lot of people who are out here trying to, like, just do what they think is, like, the best of journalistic integrity. And then you get on the 9 a.m. call, and big boss Jeff Zucker tells you what to do. And it's like, you have to, like, to a certain extent, you have to follow his verdict.
Yeah, you got to go with the downhill, so you got to go with the boss there.
Yeah.
And he's not, well, he's big,
He's like had an ongoing feud with Trump. It's no surprise. He's had an ongoing feud with Trump since The Apprentice.
In 2004, Jeff Zucker was one of the executive producers at NBC Entertainment that greenlighted and produced The Apprentice, a show that turned Donald Trump from real estate tycoon to a mega star. Many say the shows and Trump's success helped Zucker rise to the top at NBC. And then, according to Neville and others, Zucker, as the president of CNN, helped Trump become the mega candidate.
He's known Trump for a long time. Like, they worked together back during The Apprentice.
And hates his guts.
I hate everything, how everything is like all Trump all the time now. Everyone at the network complains about it. They hate covering Trump every day.
I'm just surprised CNN has been able to take down Trump yet.
I was just looking at it.
Yeah.
How we gonna do it? I was just like, I was like,
I mean, I feel like they're trying, but
yeah. I mean, what could they do more? I mean, other than what they've been doing. Yeah.
But to a certain extent, CNN created Trump's celebrity, like created this whole, like, not his celebrity, but created his candidacy, made him legitimate because they felt like they needed to show everything that he did from the beginning. So, like, Jeff Zucker can't really complain. Like, he kind of put this in action.
Yeah, why would they do that, though, truly? I don't get it.
Ratings. And that's sometimes what I struggle with. Like, a lot of the decisions, I guess all media companies make, but it's like, you know, they're out to make a profit. So when people criticize, you know, the media, to a certain extent, some of the criticism is accurate because it can't totally be like completely for the objectives that you're seeking. Like, you know, I totally want to do just like the truth, like the dogged reporting. But then you have higher up executives like Zucker and other people who are saying, well, we got to make profits. So you end up with things like, I don't know if you heard this, but this week they had like a game show to like decide what dates there was going to be this debate. So it's like they pulled names out of a hat. It's like we're watching the Game Show Network. So it turns into like certain things that you do are trying to just attract viewers, and it becomes kind of a comedy show. So it's like, you know, you have people who are genuinely have all the right motives.
Here, let's hit pause right here. Please back this up. See, these are quote executives, and these are media managers, and these are people that are higher up in the food chain at CNN, but they're not in the upper echelons. The upper echelon, they're in between the worker level and the top executive level. They're at the high level managerial level, but not at the decision making. So they don't have the full picture. CNN could tell the truth and have multiple sides of things, and they would have giant audiences like they did. It's not just that the internet gives them competition or more channels, because internet shows that are populist and patriot and tell the truth are bigger than CNN ever was. You know, we're talking 5-10 million viewers per hour per show. I mean, look at Joe Rogan. And he's more and more establishment. I'm not knocking him, but he's playing it safe. But just because he started organic, anti-New World Order, conspiracy theorist, as they call it, he has this giant, list of listeners. Way bigger than any CNN show. And Joe's Average Podcast is bigger than Sean Hannity. Well, there have been lots of shows that were bigger than Joe Rogan. They just got taken off Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Oh, like InfoWars. And again, for me, it's not a measuring contest. It's that the truth is popular with the American people. And it's not just that it's my truth. No, I mean the truth about the WTO or the IMF, the truth about the World Bank, the truth about world government, the truth about the globalists being a bunch of pedophiles. You wonder, why are they so evil? Why do they go out of their way to hurt people? Why do they go out of their way to... Because they want your children. They want to hurt children. That's their religion. Some people are into breeding dogs, or some people are into mountain biking, and some people are into watching movies. And then the ruling class throughout history, when you get an evil group in power, is into hurting children. They want power. They serve the devil. And so you watch these videos, are like, yeah, we don't know why we go out of our way to do all this. Well, we guess it's for ratings. No, it's because there's a mission to take down populists. That's why you tune into CNN or any of these channels. It's all the same crap all the time. It's just that CNN is smarter, and they're like, we're not going to say we're going to confiscate all the guns. We're not going to say we want to get rid of America entirely. We've already said that before. Just get rid of Trump and we can get it all done quicker. Because he's about to get more Supreme Court justices in there when Ruth Bader Ginsburg makes the jump into hyperspace. We're going to come back with the rest of this. And then I'm going to open the phones up. 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-2539 on the Veritas bombshells, on the climate we're in and the next move they're going to make. I understand the frustration of the audience. These people started to be out of power. They started to be in trouble. And the fact that more comes out, it just adds to it. It's like, really? Yeah, really. But there's good news, folks. More and more people recognize this is a fight between good versus evil. And towards the end of this next hour, I have the Bill Barr video almost ready. We're culling it down from 45 minutes to a segment. We're going to air it like a 10.5-minute segment. So that's coming up next hour. Believe me, you don't want to miss that, because the few little clips got millions of views and are very powerful. But I was watching the full speech. It's incredible. And it's getting no attention. The full speech has no views. We found it on YouTube with like 1,000 views. Well, it's about to get millions of views next hour. We'll post it to Infowars.com and Newswars.com. And then from there, it's up to you whether we win or not. And I'm not bitching at you. I'm just saying, listen, you are the wind in the sails of the ship Liberty. And the children and others under attack are counting on you. And I know you're coming through. So I appreciate you and I thank you. We'll be right back with hour number 3. Stay with us. Let's go back to the video of the incredible admissions of CNN executives and managers dealing with the fact that Jeff Zucker orders them to engage in this type of behavior. Here it is.
Just surprised CNN hasn't been able to take down Trump yet.
I was just going to ask that.
How are we going to do it?
I was just like,
I mean, I feel like they're trying, but
yeah. I mean, what could they do more? I mean, other than what they've been doing. Yeah.
But to a certain extent, CNN created Trump's celebrity, created this whole, not his celebrity, but created his candidacy, made him legitimate, because they felt like they needed to show everything that he did from the beginning. So, Jeff Zucker can't really complain. He kind of put this into action.
Yeah, why would they do that, though, truly? I don't get it.
Ratings. And that's sometimes what I struggle with. A lot of the decisions, I guess all media companies make, but it's they're out to make a profit. So when people criticize, the media, to a certain extent, some of the criticism is accurate, because it can't totally be completely for the objectives that you're seeking. I totally want to do just the truth, the dogged reporting. But then you have higher up executives like Zucker and other people who are saying, well, we got to make profits. So you end up with things I don't know if you heard this, but this week they had a game show to like decide what dates there was going to be this debate. So it's like they pulled names out of a hat. It's like we're watching the Game Show Network. So it turns into like certain things that you do are trying to just attract viewers, and it becomes kind of a comedy show. So it's like, you know, you have people who are genuinely have all the right motives, but then you also have people who are like, well, we got to make money and we got to attract viewers. So if we just talk about Trump all day, people will watch.
Yeah. I think we're just trying every single way to show that we're in the right side.
Yeah, because we want to be.
We're the light side.
Light and dark side.
We're against the dark side. I think whatever tools I have to our disposal, I think that's what CNN is doing.
Yeah.
Whatever lies they got to tell, because they're the good guys.
Media created this monster.
Yeah, back in 2015, right?
We eat him every single day. But we created this monster, and we're eating him full plate every single day. Yeah. The media created the Trump monster.
He knew how to play it. He knew how to play it.
That is the psychology they tell fake whistleblowers about InfoWars. They go, you worked there, you helped create him, now you've got to lie about him. Would you like some money? Would you like a book deal? And then if people say no, they go, well, now we're going to write bad about you. I mean, it's all the same tactic they use. It's cult programming tactics. When you pay to send your young person to college, when they get off, they go, there's white supremacists everywhere on campus. Come join us. They're going to kill you. It's all made up.